Yeah. So
have you watched that John Oliver show?
Which one?
Last week.
In general,
The
like
Daily
a
Show?
specific
Last
one.
week, yeah, last week tonight.
Yeah, I watched it when it premiered, and it was very funny.
It's good.
But it's the comedy. It's like it's the kind of comedy where I respect the joke writing, but it doesn't make me laugh.
Exactly.
You know,
but he does that punchline format, and it just drives me nuts.
Yeah,
where he's like,
"That's like
hashtag Trump 2016."
Yeah.
Hashtag, you know.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It just drives, it's
you
like,
know,
come on.
you can see it's the kind of jokes that I think if I wrote them, that would be like, that's a good joke. You know,
Yeah.
but it does feel very like going through the motions sort of thing.
Right.
But they actually do. Like
They do their job. They put an effort forward, and it's like,
right,
yeah.
and they make legitimately good.
They make valid points.
Yeah.
Well,
I think if you're a joke writer, it's not going to be as funny to you because it just looks like somebody doing their job well on a technical level, which is it's kind of an unfair criticism.
Because
you know,
that's
to
what
be
you're
like,
supposed to do.
great job, you know?
Of course.
but
actually,
they
great
do
job.
make things easy to swallow for people that aren't involved,
Right?
Or
like jizz, like
Yeah.
you,
Yeah,
like
the
jizz
big
is
jizz
for you.
would be easy
Like
Yeah.
men's jizz
Whereas the
easy to
Daily Show
swallow.
is unwatchable. It's fucking, it's
yeah.
garbage.
completely.
Yeah,
With the new guy, he never got it together.
I don't think so.
Trevor.
Yeah,
I like him because
Trayvon.
You almost said
from my
Trayvon.
country.
yeah. I feel like with anything that's like topical, you're fighting against like the collective strength of the internet, where they write those jokes immediately. I mean, we made a joke on the podcast earlier tonight when you were like, "Oh, it looks like Daquan already did that." I have no idea who the fuck that is.
Yeah.
I could have easily just tweeted it, but now that I fucked up and recorded it, like, you know, it's
whatever.
like,
It doesn't matter.
oh yeah, I'm not going to delete it or whatever.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
you know, it's like that's the kind of shit where if you had a TV show, you know, no matter how quick your fucking turnaround is, it takes zero effort to sit on Twitter and make all those jokes immediately.
Right.
So the people that consume that kind of shit and they're like, oh, this is great. Like my dad will like fucking email me and be like, did you hear what fucking Jon Stewart said about Trump? And I'm like, no, and I don't need to. I don't need that you transcribed all of this into your work email. Like,
The worst for a while, my dad would go on summaries of Real Time with Bill Maher that lasted longer than an episode of Real Time with Bill Maher. I believe it was a 90-minute show. My dad would be on the phone. I'd be like, "It's been 2 hours, Dad. I need to go. I need to go. I need to go." And then he said that Arabs are bad too.
Yeah, my dad sent me like a 5-paragraph email today. In all fairness, I was emailing him about woodworking shit, which is kind of like a reverse obnoxious, you know, the role switching thing.
Right.
And then he sent me like a 5-paragraph email about something on Colbert that he saw like months ago, and like, I'm sure if I had seen it, I would have been like, oh, that's pretty funny. But to have you transcribe the thing from your fucking memory and send it to me, I just don't know how to respond to it. And I
Send
feel
the link.
bad because he's trying to engage with me on some level.
I can't. I have no fucking ability to engage with my father. He's a fucking Greek man.
Yeah.
We have nothing in common culturally whatsoever. The only time the last time I hugged my father is when Greece got to the quarterfinals of the World Cup. Or maybe it was the 16th round. It wasn't even the quarterfinals. But that's the only time we connect emotionally.
I love those. We don't.
You should tell him. You know what you should do is you should next time you see him, tell your dad you're gay, and you'll get very angry. But you know,
you'll get a hug.
Hold
you
on. He stops speaking to you, and then just don't talk to him for like 6 months, and then you call him up, and you're like, "Dad, I'm not gay anymore. I worked on it, and like it took a lot of work.
I never had sex with a man.
I fixed it. I fixed it.
I only
and
talk.
He'll be so happy." He'll be so happy that you'll have a relationship.
Yeah,
that's a good point, dude.
And then he'll kiss you right on the lips.
And then we'll suck
in
each
classic
other's cocks.
Greek style.
Classic.
That's so funny.
Greek.
There's a comic named Basil.
Yeah.
Who would just do Greek American jokes, like jokes specifically for Greeks.
Yeah.
And that no joke was a big chunk of his. Was what do you do when you date an American girl, then your grandma doesn't like her? Bring a gay guy home and say, I'm gay. She'll be so happy you're not gay, she won't care it's an American girl. That was a legit bit. That was a legit bit of his that he would do for like 7 minutes. It was awesome, man.
That's hilarious.
Basil,
there was a guy named Basil White in D.C. that was like an old Wiseacres guy.
Who is that? I've heard that name before.
He sucked. He sucked dick, dude. He was one of those fucking old, like, Wiseacres pieces of shit. He would, like, sit on the stool. He looked like a big, fat fucking owl. And he would read his shitty one-liners out of his fucking stupid moleskin. And he was, like, clever, So all the fucking...
Was it puns?
All the Wiseacres hacks would just be like, oh, fuck, that's so good,
Right,
you know,
right,
and
right.
he would, like, lick his finger and turn the page and read his
And, like,
fucking shitty
smile
joke.
wryly.
Yeah. The last time I checked, he was fucking teaching comedy in, like, the back of a fucking Clarion Inn or some shit. You know, I hated that guy so much. One time we were friendly enough that I'd talk to him or whatever, but he told this story one time about, like, an obnoxious child in line behind him at like Burger King or something. Never mind, this is an obese man. So, you know, a 6'3", 400-pound man complaining about something at Burger King. You've already lost your audience,
Right.
Especially
There's
if you're
no
talking to
sympathy.
me.
You have no sympathy. Yeah.
And he is like, yes, and there was this. You know, he was like very similar to that character actor Shaddix, Glenn Shaddix.
You know every character actor.
He was the gay guy that was like the home buying assistant, not the real estate agent, but the assistant in Beetlejuice.
Yes.
That guy.
Yup.
That was him.
Okay.
He was like the same guy or whatever.
Okay.
So,
He looks like Jonas Barnes.
yeah, kind of.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
Jonas has a similar thing. So this guy, you know, he's like a big tall snob, and he's like talking about this obnoxious child in line behind him at Burger King, and he's like, and you should just hear the sound a child produces when you shift just 400 pounds to 1 foot that's directly above theirs.
What?
He's talking about stepping on a child's foot and like deliberately hurting a child.
400 pounds?
Jesus Christ. Yeah, he was a fucking big fat dumbass, dude.
His joke was about hurting a child.
Yeah. No, this wasn't a joke. This is just something he said to me.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, his website now just redirects to his Facebook page.
Any good pics?
So he's doing well.
Followed by 38 people.
Nice.
Yeah, here, let me see if I can... I'm trying to find some of his one-liners. Keep talking for a second.
Okay. Ian, tell another hooker story. Adam, you only get jerked off by Chinese whores, right?
I only paid for sex work twice, and I discussed them both on the
You
podcast.
discussed both?
What?
You discussed both?
Yeah, the Russian woman with braces.
Right.
And the sex
In Israel.
necklace.
Were
in
these just
Israel.
hand jobs?
No, I got a condom blowjob the first time when I was 18, and then when I was 29 years old a couple months ago, I got a hand job in Chinatown. And let me tell you something. The second one, she was very good at doing that.